Hey everyone, hope you're having an awesome day. Thanks for checking out the full video on this 3D printed doorstop that I made. I wanted to talk a bit more about it in a full-length video because the short doesn't really explain what maybe my thinking was or why this is up here and not in the middle. So to start off right at the beginning, this is designed so that the little ones in the house don't slam their fingers between the sliding doors and the wall. And you'll notice that the nuts that I designed are up here at the top instead of in the center. And one of the reasons for that is that I had originally had a logo here with like a no pinch picture. So that's a basic gist of why that's up here. I might put the logo back in the future. For now, the one that's on printables is just going to be the basic one like you see here. And this is just printed in PLA. I think that's perfectly fine for this kind of simple device. The next thing I want to talk about is design tolerances. So originally when I had made this, it was much shorter. And the reason for that was I wanted to keep it simple out of the way, but in testing, what I realized is that the small face could, in fact did a tiny bit, dent my door when it was hitting. So I decided to make it bigger, give it a bigger surface area. That way, if the door does get slammed, then you're not going to leave any damage there. Originally, I had made this to fit the door perfectly. And I realized that's a great design for my door. But what would be better is that if people could use this for their doors. And so this has a maximum door size of 39 millimeters inside here. So if your door is bigger than that, I'm sorry. If your door fits in there, great. And to make it adjustable, I've got these two bolts here on the left and right side. The tolerances are fairly tight, but it shouldn't be a problem if you have, for example, a Bambu Labs printer or a Prusa printer that's really dialed in. If you are struggling, what you want to do is print these at a smaller scale. But I gotta be honest, we have to be careful here. You want to scale it in the X and Y only if it's too tight. So if you're really struggling to get that bolt in there, if it's really still too tight, you can grab some silicone spray. It's PLA friendly. It's a lot better than dealing with WD-40 in your house. It cleans up a lot easier too. So you can grab some silicone spray and spray it in there. That way these will spin even more smoothly, more freely. All right. One other thing that I want to mention is that if you look up here, it's a bit thicker on these front walls than it is on the back walls. And the reason for that is that I found with the thinner walls, it was making quite a loud snap. Not really a snap, but a louder sound. With the thicker walls here, it gives it more of a thud. And of course, the more infill you have, the lower that sound is going to be. Of course, it depends a bit more on your door and your house, but that's one of the reasons that I did make it thicker up here. And I didn't fill this up because, that's kind of a waste of material. So the last thing I'm going to do is show you some B-roll of putting this on the door. I think that's pretty self-explanatory, but just in case, you're just going to grab the bolts on both sides and just tighten them equally. That way this sits flush and tight on your door. And I'll show you a few times of me slamming the door and hopefully not waking up the kiddos. Thanks again for watching, everybody. If you liked the video, if you think this is a useful tool for your home, then please consider subscribing. Please give me a thumbs up on the video. Appreciate it, and have a great day. Peace.